wherever you are watching from. I don't. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm live again. Yes, and we're going to be talking about a very important, not really a topic, but then it's like a controversy that has been going on for a while now. I hear a lot of people be saying it, things like that, and I think I need to address it. Yeah, I need to address it. So if it's going to be between business and investment, I hear some people say, "Oh, you are investing this so amount of money. Do you know if you put that money into this business, you are going to earn fold of whatever you're going to be earning in the investment." Investment advisor, a be advisor. You need to know that whoever or anybody that is investing, that's not their only primary source. Because for you to bring out a huge amount of money or any amount of money and say you want to invest, you definitely get that money from a source. Do you understand? Maybe it's from the profit from your business or your savings that you've been working from your work, career, job, a side hustle, remote work, etc., etc. But you definitely have gotten that money somewhere, somehow. Now, you've saved that money, you've amassed that money to a certain position, to a certain stage, and you want to, invest that money. Be like, okay, I've saved this certain amount. Okay, I've saved this 2 million. I've saved this 5 million. I've saved this 20 million. I want to diversify. I want to put it into investment. So don't be advising such persons. Oh, do you know if you put that money into importation or if you put it into um, oil palm storage, palm oil storage, I mean, because when you start giving them advice, you are not going to be talking business. You're not going to be talking about um, salaries. You're not going to be talking about workers. If it's a business that requires theft, staff theft, running of hearts, if it's a business, it's a physical product that requires storage, you are not talking about that one. You're talking about imports, import duties, dues, fines, taxes, all of that. You're not going to be saying that one. And you know that you need to understand that business have ups and downs. There are some months, there are some period you're going to be doing exponential sales. Like the sales, the ROI you're going to be getting for that month, you cannot even hi, hi, good evening. You cannot even, explain it where it came from. And some months you just be looking like, what's happening? Did I offend God? There are some period like sales is just low. That's why business have ups and downs. It's not like I'm coming, let me sell my life. I'm sorry for the break. Actually, disconnected. Disconnected. Yeah, sorry for the break. So that's when it comes to business, you need to sit down and highlight it because it's like taking in another responsibility, another role. You have to manage staff, you have to manage inventories, etc., etc. And business have its own headache. Every business have its own headache, ups and downs. Are you ready for that? But on the other side, investment means, oh, I want to put this money, this is a capital, into something instead of the money just lying in my bank, not doing anything, just being idle. Let me put it in this place and let it be working for me. You are not the one actively working for it. It's working on its own. Business job, whatever, that is active. The moment you stop, the moment you decide not to go to work, a day, 2 day, 1 month, 3 months, no, you are not going to be collecting salary. Same applies to business, especially if it's a small business and the structure is not yet there. It's not yet there. The moment you stop, you do not go to work like this, or you just stop, you just decide to off your phone for 1 month, that customers are unable to reach you, you cannot make money. That's active. But unlike investment, whether you are there, whether you are sleeping, whether you are partying, whether you are just, taking vacation on a break or anything, it keep on generating money for you. You are not the one handling it. The other people at the end working for you, doing it. Whether you are investing in mutual funds, treasury bills, stock, even real estate investments. For example, real estate investments. When you buy land, automatically development, time, and all other factors add up to your advantage and make the land appreciate in value without having you even have to do fence or build anything on it. That's investment. So when people are saying that they want to invest, stop telling them to do business because business and investment are two different things. If I come to you that I want to invest, I want to diversify my investments, it's different. Investment is what frees you, like free you. You are not working, you're not doing anything, but it keep on working for you, generating income for you. You need to understand that investment when if you are particular or if you are concerned about wealth preservation and growth, you want to preserve all what you have been accumulating when it comes to money, when it comes to financial resources, then you need to embrace investment. Even if you have jobs, if you have business, if you have, whatever is fetching you money, make sure that out of the profits or out of what you are paying yourself, out of what you are paying, not to putting an into the business money if you are running a business. But out of what you are paying yourself or out of the profit left for you, you are removing some percentage you are investing it. Because investment is what actually stand the test of time. The return might be slow, return might not be exponential, the return might not be something fascinating, at the short run. But at the long run, you are going to it has ripple effect. The ripple effect in investment is more than what we are seeing now. And compounding, do not overlook or just belittle the power of compound interest. Do not overlook it. If it's one plot of land you are buying every year, and just do that for 20 years, or is 1 acre of land you are buying every year, or is, just little investment that looks just small, small to you, or if it's 100K you are saving every month and put it in a compound interest for 20 years, that is a lot of money. But if you are doing, the interest might just be, little amount. For example, if you buy a land banking project now, maybe you buy at the rate of 500,000 naira per plot, and maybe in the next 2 years, it's still selling for 1 million naira. That might actually look small to you. It might actually look, oh, this thing is small. Oh, if I put this money into business in the next 2 years, I would have gotten more than that, etc., etc. But then business have up and down. That business, it can decide to go up, and one time you don't see anything again. But investment is still there. So you should not don't overlook the power of investment. Investment is what everybody should hold. Like you need to hold it. Let's talk about real estate investments now. Let's talk land. Land appreciates in value. That's it. It's an investment. You might buy land today and you'll be like, hey, this land is just there. Oh. Hey, leave that land for 10 years. Leave it for 5 years. Then you know you are really sitting on wealth. Investment is what frees you. Don't forget. It's what frees you. Do you understand? You don't have to manage the daily operations when it comes to investment. Those are the difference between investment and business. You don't have to manage the daily operations. It has lower risks. It is stable. It is consistent. The returns or the profit might not be that lucrative or or that very exciting. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting this kind of might not be that exciting, but then the compounding effect is what you are after. The compounding effect is what you are after. So if anyone is advising you, you want to invest and someone is advising you, oh, don't do investments, put that money in business. Ask this question. Are you ready to manage the daily operations? If you have business that you are doing, are you ready to, to diversify into other business? Because I believe every business has its own headache. Are you ready to double its headache? You are going to make money fine if you know how to run, but then are you ready for that work? Because business is not a child play. It's not a child play. So let's talk about real estate investment again. Let's talk about the land banking project, for example, because land banking project it has easy entry. You understand? It is affordable. It's something you have to buy. You have to relax. Yes, you have to buy and relax. Like relax your mind. That okay, I want to hold on for 5 years. I want to hold for 3 years. I want to hold on for 10 years. So you need to calm down when it comes to land banking projects. So if you now buy a land banking project that is layered with farming, because some there are some investment like that okay, you're buying a land banking project, but instead of you leaving this land idle for 5 years, for 10 years, you're not doing anything on it, you can be farming on it for the meantime and be generating income. Hmm? That farming is actually a business. The main goal is the land you are buying. Like the primary objective, that's first, the land you are buying, the capital appreciation on the land. But the cash flow on it, the farming is a business. However, for you, the investor that is investing in it, it's not a business for you because you are not the one managing the day-to-day operation. You're not the one doing it. So it's hands off. So it's more like passive income for you. It's passive income for you. But the farming itself is a business, is a job being handed by another person, be handled by other people, but you're not the one doing it. It is passive for you, but then those that are doing it, it is active for them. You know that there's this what we call active income and passive income. No investment or no income is 100% passive. Like because passive means you're not doing anything. Okay, if you want to test that passive income idea, withdraw cash and put it into a locker and lock it for 1 year. If it's going to increase, it's not going to increase because the idea of passive income is greetings from Turkey. Oh, okay, I'm greeting you from Nigeria here. So as I was saying, no income is 100% passive. It could be passive at your end, but trust me, there are other people at the back end. They are making it work. They are there working. Those people are actively working so that you can get the passive income. Do you understand the idea between passive and active income? No investment, no business is 100% passive. There are people at the back end that are making it work. It might be passive at your end, but there are people working. You say I don't understand what you are saying. Okay, which part you don't understand? Can you highlight what you don't understand? If you can ask the question so I can get. What I'm trying to explain right now is that no income is 100% passive. Because the idea of passive is if you are not working for it, then if you want to experiment that, just carry out cash, just carry cash and keep it for some months, for some years, and see if it's going to increase. It's not going to increase. Do you understand? So the idea of passive, it might be passive at your end, but trust me, there are people at the back end, they are working actively for you to get your returns that is passive for you. But naturally, it's not passive. There are people at the back end working, actively working every day. That's their own job for you to get that passive income you are getting. So I was trying to explain the farming project. The primary objective is the land banking project. But then the idea of instead of you leaving the land for, 5 years, 10 years, just there waiting for capital appreciation. For the meantime, you can be farming on it. The farming on it is business. But then remember, you are not the one doing it. There are people, there are farm managers actively working on the land. Do you understand? They are working on the farm, cultivating, working, harvesting, selling. Then you get your returns. It might be passive for you because you're not the one doing the job. But then it's not 100% passive. But that's a business. But it's also acting like a passive income for you. While you're also getting capital appreciation on your land. So the whole idea of this life is to tell you that there is difference between business and investment. And if you are doing investment, know that investment you don't have to manage it. Do you understand? It's hands free. You don't have to be doing the daily operations, everything like that. So it's just to educate us because I know some people when they tell there are maybe people around them that want to invest, they can just tell you, oh, instead of investing that money, why don't you put it into this business? Maybe or palm oil business, where you buy oil or importation business or granite, different or clothing business. Before you put that money into that business, ask yourself, are you ready to start handling the operations, staff, you know, resources, material, add money, and all of that? Because business is a whole lot on its own. Like it's a whole sector on its own. But the goal, the main aim, objective of investment is for your money to work for you while you are sleeping, while you are away, while you don't feel like working, while you're on vacation. That's its investment. And real estate is one of the best investments which you can do. With little capital, we have the little capital, we have the medium budget, we have the, we have the, I don't understand. We have the heavy capital budget, but just depend on the ones you want to do, just depend on the ones you are going for. So I hope you understand. So if you are new here, kindly subscribe. My name is Zainab, the lead consultant of Gemna Properties, and we talk about real estate, we talk about finance in general, we talk about using real estate as a wealth creation tool. So you're using property as a vehicle to create wealth for yourself, to create wealth for yourself, to also create generational wealth. So kindly subscribe and share this channel to your friends. So if you have questions, kindly ask before I end the live. Okay, there's no question. So then let me just quickly recap. Before you put your money into anywhere, ask yourself, number one, do I want to work for this money or I want the money to work for me? If you want to work for the money, you are going for business. Anything you have to put your money to that you have to worry, what's happening here? Have you done this? Have you put that in? What, when are they bringing the other? That is business. That you are, 24/7 managing it, monitoring it. What's happening there? Give me a report. It's no longer investment. It's business. So you need to ask yourself, do you want to actively manage it, or you want the money to work for yourself? If you want to work for the money, or you want to work for the money or actively manage it, that is business. But if you want the money to work for you and you want to passively earn from it, that is investment. Do you understand? So if you're ready to start your real estate investment, if you're looking for consultation or guidance on how to get started with capital that you have, reach out to us. There's a link to our WhatsApp. You can reach out to us. And see you and talk to you soon. Bye for now. See you on my next live. Thank you. Bye.